with that and family life and everything, there needs to be some level where you strike a balance and you're like, okay, I'm actually doing this well. I'm actually, not letting the other one feel like it's not balanced as a result of being a queen. Ning ning, your friends are like, hey, salo oba queen, ano ka rin? But yeah, man, it's really lovely to hear how you guys have it all balanced out, ladies. And wow, so let's get to more exciting parts about the pageants, right? So what are your most embarrassing moments during the pageants journey?
I have
I'm gonna
to.
let Sakani start.
Okay.
Yeah.
The first one for me was the very first pageant I ever entered, right? So it was last year, but then the finale was this year in March. So I had never been on a pageant stage before. I had never, like, I did not know anything. So the most embarrassing moment for me was when we were having rehearsals and our pageant coach was like, okay, everyone, you're each going to walk so that I can see you walk. Did I not walk like a man? It sounds silly, but that was the most embarrassing thing ever. And I could feel my body was just, I didn't know what I was doing. And to this day, that is honestly, I'm like, I wish I could just erase that from my mind. People probably don't even remember or don't even care. But for me, it's like that was the most embarrassing. And then the second one, more like embarrassing and like liberating at the same time. So
Okay.
the second pageant that I was in, we had to wear bikinis. So I had never worn a bikini in front of people. So that was, I think, embarrassing and freeing at the same time. Not even embarrassing, just uncomfortable, but you just get in your head, you're like, it doesn't matter. I'm not going to think about it. I'm just going to go out there and whatever happens, happens. And so it was quite embarrassing on the inside, but also on the outside, one of the most, I think, liberating experiences.
I mean, it had to be a start for you. I mean, you had to start somewhere. It's getting comfortable. So I can imagine how you felt. But look, definitely one of the most liberating moments of your life. And what about you, Katleho?
For me, it was the contact physical auditions of Miss Igri. So I was like, as usual, you were nervous and just nerves are everywhere. But with me, my nerves never show on my face. Like, it's always smiles and confidence. Did my heels not do the most when I entered? My feet started shaking, my legs started shaking, and I'm like, God,
and you're like, you've got this from here upwards, from your waist upwards, you've got it. But now it's failing you down there.
My legs and my shoes, they repel each other. They do not want to be in tune with me.
What are they? Our skis.
What's happening? I got to the cross line and I looked at the judges. I introduced myself. In 2 seconds, I felt like I was going to pass out. I'm like, what's happening? When I tell you after that audition, I wanted to cry myself to sleep. I was like, noise, not this shit again, never.
I can imagine. And just speaking of embarrassing moments, now my first embarrassing moment like just happened. Yeah, my ring light is out here showing me flames, but it's okay. We move, But as individuals, right, what are you guys planning on executing in that's unique to your journey? I think there's so much pressure that comes with being the first ever crowned Miss Egoli princess. Like, look, y'all are the first group of royalty. So whenever people seek reference, it'll always be to you guys. So what is that one thing that you'd like to do that is just unique to your journey?
Should I go first?
Sure.
I think for me, it's everything links back to this first point. I just want to be myself. I want to bring Tsakane. I want to bring who Tsakane is and hope that can set the trail for whoever is next to say, be yourself. Because in me being myself, my projects are going to be projects that are linked to what is passionate to me, what I believe in. And when I do things that I believe in, then I think it's going to be easier for me to sort of set the path or pave the way for whoever is next. So for me, that's the main thing I want to do, is just to, by grace, to consistently be myself the whole time, to not let anything sort of change me, or let any pressure or things that come up sort of change who I am. And in the process, continuing with the causes that are most important to my heart. So for me, I want to make sure that when all of this is over, I'm still Takane. And I think that always sets the bar high for the next person.
Yeah.
That is so true and so beautiful, because nobody can do Sakani like Sakani can do Sakani. So come on. All right. What about you, Katlaho?
With me, it is very close to my heart for people to know that your body and you loving yourself is what is your greatest weapon, honestly. So I want the next coming queens in Miss Egweli pageant to know that owning yourself, loving yourself, being you, radiating the inner energy of yourself out there is going to be the most important and perfect weapon for you to embark on this journey. Because if you're not going to do whatever your heart is telling you and whatever is close to your heart, you are never going to fulfill the most important duties that you have to do. So with me, because I stand for body positivity and self-admiration, I wear my confidence on a sleeve, honey. When you see me, you will know I'm in the room. So I want them to feed off the same energy, just as Takani said, being yourself is as important. Being confident is as important. So I feel like with those two things, you can really break anything that comes your way. You can do literally anything on this journey. And also, it is because, like, most of the times people think pageantry is all about wearing makeup and walking on stages and anything, forgetting that pageantry instills skills in you. It will mold you and you will become a stronger person than you've ever been. So yeah, I think that's basically what I want them to take from me.
Wow, and I feel like I feel it in your energy. You guys have a strong sense of authenticity, and it's so beautiful to see in ladies, because you know what, when you come into the pageantry industry, there's sometimes this thing that, when you see somebody doing something that looks impressive, like something that's probably, I don't know, maybe their walk is more impressive, or their walk is whatever. You're like, maybe I must change my walk. So naman, when I sway my hips, it looks like I'm doing the right thing because people seem impressed by this, by that. Or maybe when I speak, I must just twang a bit so I come across as more, impressive, or whatever the case may be. But the thing is, whatever you try to copy, at some point you're gonna get tired because it's not you. But the way you two ladies are so true and so rooted in your authenticity.